Sahana Sahaviryam Pradasmarami Stotra over. Aṁkāram bindu samyuktam nityam dhyayanti yoginaha kamadam mokshadam chaiva aṁkārāya namo namaha antarjyoti bahirjyoti pratyak jyoti paratparaha jyotir jyoti swayam jyoti ātmā jyoti shivosmyaham hridaya kuhara madhye kevalam brahmamatram aham ahamiti sakshāt ātmarūpena bhādi hridi vishimanasa chinnudāmajjadā vā prānarodhanād vā ātmanishto bhavatvam. So yesterday we saw the first verses of the Upanishad, which say what is the idea of the Upanishad in giving these verses is that going through the experiences of the our three avasthas, you are going to reach that higher state of consciousness called Turya. Anena padyade idi padaha. That is the pada. What is the pada? The first pada is Vaishvanara, the second pada is Taijasa, and the third pada is Prajña. Vishti, at the Vishti level, at the level of the individual. But at the level of the macrocosm or the total, what is the Vishwa becomes Vaishvanara or Virat. Virat Rupa, then second will be Hiranyagarbha, third will be Ishvara. So these three pairs are brought in for analysis by the Karigakar. These three have to be analyzed. And what is the analysis? What is my experience in the waking state? What is my experience in the dream state or the deep sleep state? But all this is not possible if the fourth one is not there. No analysis is possible. If the fourth one is there, then only there is a Vishwa. Then only there is a Vaishvanara. If the fourth one is not there, what will be there? Dead body. Is it not? So, anena padyade. Pada is by which you are reaching that goal of Turya Avastha. Now all the words fail there. If you say Avastha, then we will say it is not a Avastha. It is not. You understand? It is not a state. Whatever word you use with reference to Turya is foolish only. Anyway, in the 6 verses that we are now seeing, all this is explained. We will again and again go through it, otherwise it is not clear. I know it is not clear. So he says here, what is the first pada? First pada is, read.
suṣupta-sthāna ekī-bhūtaḥ prajñānā-ghana ātmā-bhuk ceto-mukhah ātmā-tritiyah-pādah eṣa sarveshvara eṣa sarvajñah eṣo'ntāryami eṣa-yogini sarvasya prabhavāpya-bhūtam.
In the 6 verses, the mantras, the Upanishad is pointing out those 3 padas, not the 4th. The 3 padas are pointed out. What are the 3 padas? The first pada, Vaishvanara, the waking state, is pointed out. Now, in the second verse, he says, sarvam etad brahma. Everything that I see before me, both the outer world of objects and the inner world of emotions and thoughts, they are all Brahman only. Then he says, etad brahma, and not only the inner world and the outer world, even the sakshi in me is also Brahman. For that alone is the Mahavakya used here, ayam ātmā brahma. See, ayam ātmā brahma is a very famous Mahavakya. What is a Mahavakya? Four Mahavakyas we have accepted. There are many Mahavakyas. But 4 we have accepted for our study in the Vedantic literature. These 4 the Mahavakya means great statements. Great statements of what? Jiva Brahma, which prakashedi, it shows you the Jiva Brahma Aikyam. It is not an ordinary sentence which says Brahman is there and it is like this, it is like that. Explanatory description it is not. Then what does it say? You are that. It points out to the Jiva Brahma Aikyam. That which gives you the knowledge of the Jiva Brahma Aikya, they are called Mahavakyas. So here he says, the teacher says, I am ātmā Brahma. He touches probably his own heart and he says, I am ātmā. Saha sarvam etad brahma ayam ātmā brahma soyam ātmā catuṣ-pāt. Saha ayam. Saha ayam. Soyam. By saha ayam is taking the samashti saha, which is farther away from me, that. And this, by this, I am pointing out to what is nearer to me. With reference to you, this glass is this glass, that student, this glass. This glass is nearer to me. That student is far away. And again something which is that tree. With reference to that, this student is nearer. You understand? And with that student, my body is nearer to me. And with reference to my body, my mind is nearer to me. You understand? My mind becomes this mind. And with reference to the mind, the Atman, the self is still nearer. And that this, which will never become that, is called ayam. That this will never become that. Is it clear? Yesterday somebody asked me, you did not explain ayam. And ayam ātmā brahma. Ayam means further than that. Sa kashta, sa param, gadi. You cannot go further than that. You cannot make this into that. Because, why you can't make it? Huh? Not only nearest, it is me myself. I cannot say it is that. Is that clear? Why they use the words, we must know always. Ayam ātmā, ayam. Ayam means that this. And that this which will never become that. So, saha ayam. When he says he is referring to the jagat, let us say the entire universe. But when he says ayam, he is referring to the very center in himself, which will never become that, which is closer than the closest, and Upanishad says farther than the farthest, nearer than the nearest. So we say, oh, Upanishad, these are all contradictory words. What you can understand from that? You need a separate intellect to know Upanishad, not this ordinary one. You cannot understand. So that I am Atma, Brahma. This Antaryami in me, in all of you, is also Brahma. So now what has the teacher done? That which I see in the outer world, as the gross objects of the world, they are all Brahma. What I see in my inner world, as thoughts and emotions and whatnot, they are also Brahman alone. And the one who is the Sakshi of both, of the subject and the object, that also is Brahman alone. In other words, in Brahman alone is the object and subject division you are making. Actually speaking, what is the subject? Brahman. What is the object? Also Brahman. When once you have said all this is Brahman, what is it that you are seeing? The drishya prapancha is what? Brahman only. That means the objects are all Brahman. Who is seeing? I am seeing. Is it not? I, the ātmā, the witness, who is seeing this entire universe, that also is Brahma. In other words, sarvam khalvidam Brahma. Though it looks only one line, you can write a whole article on it. Sarvam auṁkāra. Everything is Om. Etad brahma, ayam ātmā brahma. Padyade jñāyade idi pādaha. He said the definition is given. Padyade jñāyade idi pādaha. And what is its name we have given to it? Surya. The fourth state of consciousness, the fourth which is not fourth. The fourth which is a Maya Sankhya. Why did they give this first itself, auṁkāra, and Om is everything? It is simply because that is the content of this Upanishad. The Vishaya of this Upanishad is nothing but that. That is the Pratibhādana Vishayam in this Upanishad. This throat will kill me by the time this is over. Now he says jāgarita, and he takes one by one these padas. Jāgarita, that is the Jagrata avastha. Bahiṣ-prajñaḥ, it is always conscious of the world outside. Bahiṣ-prajñaḥ, saptangaha, we saw saptanga yesterday. Saptanga means 7 limbs. 7 limbs, every limb was explained yesterday. The eyes are the Surya Chandra, the Dhyuloka is the head, and the inner space is the Vayu, and Vayu is the inner space. Jalam is the kidney, is the Jalam. So, if you don't remember, simply chant Bhūbādau yasya nābhirveda suranilas chandra surya ujanetre. And what is the Pada? Pada is the earth. Thus, and in another definition, they say the seventh one is particularly when you are taking into consideration the totality, Ahavaniya Agni is the mouth of that Vaishwanara. We have seen Saptangaha, ekonaviṁśati-mukhaḥ, you know. Through these various apertures in our body, we receive the experiences of the world. Saptangaha ekonaviṁśati-mukhaḥ sthūla-bhug Vaishwanaraha pradhama-pādaha. That is the pradhama-pada. And the second pada is, again and again, why I am saying? Because I want it to get put in there. What is it? Svapna-sthāno'ntaḥ-prajñaḥ. When you are in swapna, you are not aware of the outer world, but you are aware of the inner world of thoughts and feelings and emotions. And also, kalpidam sukhams. Is it not? Not it is really there. But I do the kalpana of what all I want to enjoy. And I enjoy it in the dream. Is it not? But I cannot enjoy in the waking state. I enjoy in the dream. I have told you this story so many times. The man was going to the office and he saw the elephant coming and a thought came to his mind. What is the thought? Why can't the elephant be a better color? Why is it such a dirty grey? If it was pink, it would have been very nice. Like that he thought. Only one thought passed his mind. And then he went to the bus stop. And there he saw a lady with, what is that called? Mini dress. Mini. And I don't know what went through his mind at that time. One whole leg he saw. And she was wearing a high-heeled shoes. And she was walking, tuck. So I don't know what went through his mind. At least the other thing, you know what went through his mind. This you don't know. And she got into the bus and he also got into the bus and they went off to their respective places of work. That night he had a beautiful dream. What is the dream? There is a pink elephant with a mini skirt and high heels was walking in his dream. What he had seen in the daytime, in the waking state, now he is enjoying it in the dream state. If it is only like this, he thought. And like that he saw in the dream. How nice it would have been. Elephant in mini dress. You understand? So, that is called dream. ekonaviṁśati-mukhaḥ pravivikta-bhuk. Sukshmas bhogas. Pravivikta-bhuk means one who is enjoying the subtle pleasures. Pravivikta-bhuk taijasodvitiya-padaha. And what is the macrocosm of taijasa? Hiranyagarbha. The total mind is called Hiranyagarbha. Now, yasha sarvechura, I am sorry. Yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate. Now, this is the most beautiful description of sushupti state. Nowhere you will get this. No other scripture you will see this, because they never think about sleep. Na kanchana kamam kamayate. What is that sleep state in which there are no desires? Na kanchana svapnam pashyati. Doesn't see any dream also. Doesn't want any gross enjoyment also. There is nothing that he wants from the world. There is no dream also about it. That's suṣuptam. That state is called suṣupta. So if anybody asks what is sleep state, immediately you break into poetry. And they will shut their mouth and keep quiet. Otherwise they'll keep on worrying you. Na kanchana kama yatra supto, na kanchana kamam kamayade, na kanchana svapnam pashyati. That's suṣuptam. Bas. One way of escaping questions is like that. Just some Sanskrit words used. After that, nothing will be there. suṣupta-sthāna ekī-bhūtaḥ. In that suṣupti, everything that you have been experiencing in the waking world and in the dream world are all ekī-bhūtaḥ. Ekī-bhūtaḥ became unified. Everything has become unified. Experience in the deep sleep, prajñānā-ghana, and it is a mass of consciousness. Okay. And what does it enjoy in the deep sleep state? Ānandamaya. Anandamaya ātmā. Karana sharira Anandamaya is what the deep sleep state is. Why do you say it is Anandamaya? Are you aware of anything in the deep sleep? Even the joy of sleep, are you experiencing? No. So then why does the Rishi say here Anandamaya? There is no sorrow. Deep sleep is not a state of sorrow. It is a state of no sorrow. Nagasya prishtam. Other Upanishad says. Nākam. There is no sorrow. Anandamaya. And what does it enjoy? Ananda-bhuk. Ananda only is its nature. Catuṣ-pāt. Catuṣ-pāt means?
The doorway to the rest of the true consciousness.
Doorway. catuṣ-pāt. For the next, in other words, preparing again to, not that you are going to sleep forever. You are ready to become now the waker. Now very wonderful it is. It appears that after the waking state, little sleep should be there. After sleep only you are seeing the dream. And after the dream is over, again there is sleep. Little sleep is there. Otherwise you cannot straight away go from the dream state into the waking state. No. The dream state you sleep a little bit. And then again, not deep sleep, mind you, swapnamayam. And then again you become the waker. And the waker goes into dream, also same thing happens. We first go to sleep and that sleep becomes a dream. Like that, continuously we go on every day. All these three states of consciousness we go. Trishu dhamasu, in these three dhamas, in these three abodes, we keep on. Who is keeping on walking and enjoying? The Atma and the self. Is it not? The self is going from one dhamma to another and enjoys. The sthūla, we saw in the Mangala Shloka, the sthūla enjoyer, then the sukshma enjoyer in the dream, and then there is no To me, there is no experience at all in the deep sleep state. Then what is he doing there, Ananda book? How do we know? When I get up, I tell. Until that time, I don't know. When I get up, I say I had a very good sleep. Who knew? Ātmā alone knows.
Always there, common.
Huh?
There is one entity which is always present in
Yeah.
all the.
And what is that entity?
That is the church.
That is Surya. You understand? That which is always there. At no time it is not there. If it is not there, no experience is possible. So don't think Surya also went off to sleep. It never sleeps at all. Upanishads say, that which is ever awake. Everything else may go into layam, but that which is ever awake, your body, that knows that you are enjoying the anandam of the sleep. And as soon as you get up, the mind takes that thought and tells you, yes, you are having a good sleep. Knowing, I knew in deep sleep, nothing. I knew nothing. Which shows what? I knew nothing when you say, what does it show? Avidya is. Not knowing thing is avidya. Covered with avidya, I am in the deep sleep. If it is not covered with avidya, it is realization. Because it is covered with avidya, it is sleep. And everything gets dissolved in that avidya vritti, abhava vritti. So many words are used by the scholars for this deep sleep state. Okay. That yatra supto prajñānā-ghana eva ānandamaya ānanda-bhuk cedo-mukhaḥ. Cedo-mukhaḥ means preparing itself for the next two states of consciousness, ready for the next two. The waking and the dream again. That is cedo-mukhaḥ. Here he says, prajñānā-ghana eva. You must not miss prajñānā-ghana eva. Why eva?
There is nothing else except.
In the other states, consciousness is perception. Here, consciousness alone.
Here there are other.
As though it is a mass of consciousness. Eva means there, as though it is a mass of consciousness. Prajñānā-ghana eva. Eva. Prajñānā-ghana eva. As though, because there is no other thoughts, no other understanding in the deep sleep state. So it looks as though the whole thing has condensed into one mass of consciousness. Eva. Eva is very important word there. Here he says, as though everything has become one. Ekī-bhūtaḥ. Why did it become one? In the night, if you walk into a room, every object in that room has become one. Why? Because I can't see the difference between one and the other. It is total darkness. Similarly, in the deep sleep, I am not aware of anything. It is utter darkness in my mind. I am not knowing anything. I knew nothing. I slept like a log. All these words we use. And it was very good sleep. How do you know? The consciousness has recorded it. That is why you know. Otherwise you won't know. Prajñāna has become solidified, as it were. Prajñāna, there is nothing except that consciousness. We call it prajñānā-ghana eva, nothing else. Vishayākaram is not there in the mind. That spandanam is not there. Sukham, dukham, nothing is there. And hence he is ānandamayaha. Ananda Surupa he is not. Anandamaya he is, but Ananda Surupa is not. Why he is not Ananda Surupa? Avidya is there. Have you understood? So you are not Ananda Surupa in deep sleep, whereas in Samadhi you are Ananda Surupa. Whereas in sleep you are only Ananda-bhuk. Anandamayaha. Mayat pratyam is used there. Anandamayaha, but not really Ananda. Ajnana Rupa Ubadhi. We understand there is ajnanam in deep sleep because of that. Because of this understanding, when we get up, we know there was ajnanam in deep sleep. See, it is not because somebody said, Gaudabada said, it is your own personal experience every day. Only thing is they are more aware than us, the great rishis. We are not aware of anything. We live on the periphery of life always. Not really the life. And hence, when sushupti, you get up, jagrata swapna praveshanam is prajña should have the cetomukham. Cetomukham means the face of the mind should be there. Chetaha means their mind. It is turned towards that next step. Getting ready for waking up. And now he himself becomes Vishwa and Taijasa, and because it knows everything, in the waking state and in the dream state, in prakarshena janadi, in the deep sleep state also is called prajña or prajña. Prajña, prakarshena, there are two definitions, prakarshena, jnayade, that is prajña, prakarshena, ajñaha. Prajña. Prakarshena, ajñaha, prajña. So thus we have the three states of consciousness, which are the three padas of Brahman, ātmā, whatever you call it. And what is the matras of Om corresponding to this? Au. Till there we have reached. In meditation also we will reach till there. After that only is problem. Auma we will reach easily. Can you see it dissolving in the last? And then what is there? Only. You can't even call it silence. You can't call it by any name. That's what Gaudabada says. Okay. So, all these avasthas are over. Now, it is by analyzing these three states of consciousness, the Vedantins have come to the Ātmā astitvam, that there is something called ātmā. They have come to that conclusion by the analysis of these three states and ekatvam, and Atman is one. Whether he is in the waking state, whether he is in the dream state, whether he is in the deep sleep state, whether he is no state also, it is only one. Ekam advidiyam Brahma. So there is no second. Now, when the Panchīkrita Panchamahabhūtas are there, we get the sthūla objects. Bhuta Srishti will be there. Vaishwanaran is called Vaishwanaran, Sukshma Rupa is Taijas and Karana Rupa is Prajñan. Like all this we have seen. Now, who is there in the deep sleep state? Is said in the 6th mantra. Esha sarveshwaraha, esha sarvajñaḥ. That even, who is he? He is the Atman, the self, in the deep sleep state. He is sarveshwaraha, he is the Lord of all. He is sarvajñaḥ, he is the knower of all. eṣo'ntāryami, he is the witness in every bhūtam. Esha yonihi sarvasya, he is the very womb of the next Vaishwanara and Taijasa. From him comes all the waking state and the dream state. Pravivikta-bhuk, he bhūtam. So, who is there at that time? Though you don't know it because of avidya, only Ishvara is there. The samashti karana sharira is called Ishvara. Ishvara is there. And who is he? The Lord of all. Sarvajñaḥ, sarvasya karta. Gadasya karta. Gada, when you make a gada pot, you are a knower of that pot. You know each and every defect in that pot, is it not? Suppose you make a pot, you are a potter, you made a pot. Every defect in it also you know, every good point also you know. Ghadasya karta ghadajñaḥ. He knows the ghadam. Sarvasya karta. Who is sarvasya karta? Ishvara. So he knows everything. He is sarvajñaḥ. The goldsmith is sarvajñaḥ as far as gold is concerned. Yeah, whatever ornament you give, he knows how much gold it is. Even without touching it, he will know. You look at it, this is that many grams of gold. Why? He is a gold jnani. Goldsmith is a gold jnani. So he knows all about the gold. Sarvajñaḥ, so far as gold is concerned. But the goldsmith is not sarvajña with reference to other objects in the world. Whereas Paramatma is sarvajña. He knows all. He is the creator, if at all he is the creator. Now we must get out of our mind. When you come to Mandukya, you get out of your mind that Ishvara is the Karana. The one and only thing that Gaudapada dismisses is karya-karana bhava in Ishvara. There is neither karya nor karya. Karya-karana vilakshanam Brahma. So to go on saying, at a point of time when our knowledge was very little, we did say that is Jagat Karanam Ishvara. He tells you later on in argument how he cannot be the Karana. And then we come to the conclusion, he is neither the Karana nor the Karya. which is very difficult for us to digest, because it is convenient for us to think that Ishvara is the Karana and he has created this whole world and everything is going on well. It's not. It is a plausible theory for us. But Gaudapada says it doesn't stand to logic. When did he become a Karana?
Because there was Karya.
Eh?
Because there was a Karya.
The Karya is there. You are seeing. Karya also is not there. That is what he is going to say by Ajatavadam. There is no Karya also. And a Karya is not there. Karana. If Karya is Mithya, as we have proved many times, if Karya is Mithya, then what about the Karana? Huh? It will also be Mithya. Mithya Karyam can only have Mithya Karanam. How can you say Brahman is Mithya? One thing. Second thing is, the cause in another form is effect. The theories of causation. Cause in another form is effect. Now, the cause itself in another form is the effect. In which case, whatever is the nature, the swarupa of Atman should be there in the effect. In this anityam, asugam, logam, do you see anything of Brahman? This is how they reject. This world cannot be, this is born in time, dies in time. Whereas Ishvara is, Paramatma is always there. Eternal. How can you say that eternal Karanam has given rise to this perishable world? Karya Karana Bhavam, he takes one stick and beats it to death in this Upanishad. Later on. So there is no Karya Karana Bhava. So then what about my seeing then? You are seeing, what can we do? Who asked you to see that snake on the rope? So now, whatever you have studied, all are unlearned now. And keep a clean mind for fresh knowledge. That is the method. Learn, unlearn, and go on. Anyway, let it be. So, in Veshti Rupa is Prajñā, Samashti Rupa is Ishvara, and what is this? Sagunātmā Swarupa. This Ishvara is Saguna. What do you call? Conditioned Brahman. No? Sagunātmakam. From that, because Nirguna Brahma will not create. Why he won't create?
No Upadi.
What is his nature? Akarta, abhokta. How can he create? Electricity by itself will not start burning. Say, I am the light. There should be something. Upadi should be there. Medium should be there. So also Brahman does not say, I am the world and appear before you. No. Brahman does not create anything. He is neither the Parama Karanam or any Karanam. Though at a level you will say he is karanam. Now you can say, just as the rope is the karanam for the snake you saw. Okay. Rope is the karanam or not?
It is also, it is not also.
And what does Gurudev call this? Relationless relationship. You can't say it is not the karana. You cannot say it is the karana. The poor rope did nothing to misguide you. So, all this lot of merely reading the mantra is not enough. It should make you think. Here in this class, we have to think a lot. Not even explanation from the teacher will not reach any level until you start thinking. Clear? Don't come and sit here like... And then along with that thinking also should go on. Okay. So then this prapancham is experienced by us in the, in which jāgarita swapna. In that only this prapancham is being experienced by us. And who is the karanam for it? Prajña is the karanam. Hence we say it is ceto-mukhaḥ. The mind tuned towards creation. So who is the really creator? The karana sarupa, ātmā, prajña. Like that. Saguna-swarupa Ishvara, which is the niyantaka of everything, one who knows everything, one who is the āntāryami in everybody, which is the utpatti, which is the origin of everything, of what? Origin of all prapancha pratibhasas. All that you see in this prapancha, it has originated in that Ishvara. Now, in this verse, 6th verse, what is shown is the abhedam between the Ishvara and the prapancha. And what do you say in the Upanishad for that? Tattvam asi. When you say Tattvam asi, they are not referring to Paramatma. We are extending it to Paramatma. But actually it is extended to only Ishvara, the Saguna Brahma. Prapancha Ishvara Abhedam is depicted in this 6th verse. And the Upanishad Rishi says, without a doubt in him, in the Māṇḍukya Upaniṣad, Tattvam asi. Tvam is, you are part of this world. So you are Tvam. This world is Upalakshana. By Upalakshana, you know, the whole world is implied. And Tvam is that. That there stands for Saguna Ishvara. Samashti Karana Sharira Ishvara. Is it clear? When it is extended to its logical conclusion, it becomes Aham Brahmasmi. Ayam Brahma. So there is really speaking no Karanam. Really speaking, there is no karyam also. Karyakarana vilakshanam Brahma. Karyakarana bhava has to be negated. Only vivarta we can accept. What is vivarta? I have done this so many times before. The many vadas are there with reference to creation. And one of them is karya-karanam. That Brahman is the karanam and the world is the karya. In which case Brahman should have become the seed is the karanam, the tree is the karya. So what happened to seed?
Seed disappears.
Seed disappears. What happened to Brahman? If Brahman is the karanam and the world is the karyam, then Brahman doesn't exist. Is it acceptable? No. Shruti says Brahman is all ever-existing reality. You know why karya-karana bhavam do not have legs to stand. So it is not karya-karanam. Then is it a parinamavada that Brahman itself has become the world? In which case also Brahman will have to vanish. When the milk becomes curd, milk is gone. So suppose Brahman has become the world, parinamavadam we call this. Karya-karanavadam, parinamavadam. Parinamavadam also is not possible, not tenable. Because if Brahman has become the world, then Brahman should have disappeared, only world should be real. Which is not the case. Then why? But we are seeing the world. We are enjoying it. Saprayojanada is there. Everything is there about the world. Then what about that? So Shankara is the one who said there is only vivartam. Vivartam means? Appearance. Illusory appearance is called vivartam. It's only an appearance. Comes now, goes away at its own time. So we Vedantins are all vivartavadis. Karya-karanavadam we don't accept. Parinamavadam we don't accept. Then what is it? Only what you see, when you see, do not see the rope, non-apprehension of the rope gives rise to the misapprehension of the snake. You understand? That is vivartam. Vivartam means mere illusory perception. So what is this world you are seeing? Not real. It's a perception. Then why are you all crying and weeping and that is also illusion. So heathens won't accept all this, but it doesn't matter, we are not talking to the heathens. They say Bhagavan has created and we have to go on praying to the Lord. Take away this snake which I am seeing. What can poor Bhagavan do? You people who have misunderstood the rope as the snake and then ask Bhagavan, take away this snake. Snake never goes. What snake? Snake of illusion. Never goes. If it is real, it will go. See the difference. If it's a real snake, you can kill it also. But it is not a real snake. It's only an illusory snake.
Goes in the light of knowledge.
It doesn't go, it was never there. That we understand. Neither going or coming. Was it there to go?
Till you know it is not there.
It's real for you. That is called mithya. That is called mithya. That which goes with the rising of knowledge is called mithya. We do not say it is asat. We never say it is asat. It is mithya. living in the mithya world, doing mithya things, thinking mithya thoughts, and enjoying mithya sukham, and suffering mithya dukkham. How foolish! When you wake up to this real state of consciousness, the Turiya state, what happens? There is neither sukha nor dukkha. You have transcended. This is called transcendence. See, you have been in a dream, and in the dream you have seen so many things. Is it not? For some time you had very great joy because you married the girl you want to marry. So you are happy. Then the children were born. And they grew up, everything in 1 minute only. The children are born in 1 minute and they grew up in 1 minute. Every dream is only 1 point, 1.5 minutes only. So they grew up and then they wanted to get rid of the father. Old man is keeping all the money and not parting with it. So they wanted to beat him and kill him, do whatever. So he was crying, ayo, 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 he mahapapiyal. Like that he was crying in this dream and he woke up. As he wakes up, is there the joys which he had experienced in the dream? Or the sorrows he had experienced in the dream? He just have a laugh at his stupidity. Is it not true?
But the waking up from the dream to waking, there is no effort. No one has put any effort from one state to other state to other. But to the Turiya, should we have to put effort? No.
That also no.
Automatically it happens.
Just be. Why you are trying to put effort? Putting effort means you are thinking by your effort he is going to come to you. No.
Turiya is not a special state. It is there in all.
It is you only. Wow.
So we will.
That is again misunderstanding. That's again misunderstanding. When this question was asked to Ramana Maharshi, he gave a beautiful answer. Chumma iru. That's all. Be yourself. All nice to hear in the lecture. But when sorrow comes, when throat is not talking, then what? In the morning, what I am going to talk with this throat? So you see, mulching this thought again and again and again in yourself is called nididhyasana. That I am not this body, mind or intellect. I am not enjoying the sukha dukkhas as we think. I am something totally different. I am that Turiya, who is the auṁkāryami, sarvantāryami, sarveshwaraha.
Amma, in that case, are we not fooling ourselves? Saying that you sit in the corner, straight, this, that, to go to that level, and you say you are just be. So are we fooling ourselves to go into the meditation?
No, so many people don't meditate, you know that? Meditation is only a help.
Then we have to put the effort. No? If there is no effort.
When that effort, dhyanam, see, you look at the yoga method, dharana is there first. Dharana is with effort. It is not automatic. Dharana becomes dhyanam. Becomes dhyanam means dhyanam comes without any effort. That is the second stage. And when that dhyanam becomes effortless, only samadhi is possible. You are not putting in effort, you are making yourself available for that to happen. If you are going on doing some mission, you are running some mission, you cannot get the knowledge of Brahman like that. You are not putting in any effort. It is not the result of any effort.
An example is given, Amma.
Availability should be there. You understand? Yeah.
Going into the sleep example is given. When we want to go to sleep, we'll put some effort, we'll switch off the light, we'll switch off the TV, we'll keep quiet.
Yet you sleep only when the time.
And without effort, we slip into the sleep.
Exactly. That type of slipping should happen in meditation also. Don't put it, the more effort you put, the more difficult it will be for. That is why we advise you in meditation class, just watch without reacting. Reacting means always effort. Just watch. And when one least expect it, it just slips. Just as when you least expect it, you slip into deep sleep. All is implied there. If you are a sahaja samadhi person, then there is no need for meditation at all. Because every time my mind is telling me, you are not what you think you are Atman the self. Because so much deeply immersed in that knowledge. You are the Atman. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi need not be a thought. Aham Brahmasmi can be knowledge. You know, they are all different stages in the field of meditation. We won't go into it now. Now, so he says, this Atman, the self, has to be such ātmā savijñeyaḥ. You have to understand that. In the 6th verse, he talks about that Ishvara. And Ishvara is cheto-mukhaḥ. From that karana state comes the waking, dream and waking states of consciousness. And what is common in all? In all the three is the turiya. Is it not? Turiya is common to all. Turiya is the āntaryami. This āntaryami, this witness consciousness in all of us has to be known, has to be understood. And in the next 7th mantra, he is going to describe the indescribable, give a dimension to that which is dimensionless, that which has no relation at all to the world. That is the most difficult mantra is the 7th mantra. However much you try to explain it, it is not coming into our mind at all. It will not come in. Na bahiṣ-prajñaḥ. That is not bahiṣ-prajñaḥ. That is not conscious of the outer world. Oh, then it must be conscious of the inner world. Before you think that, the Rishi says, na ānḍa-prajñaḥ. Before you chew that, he will say, na ubhayada-prajñaḥ. Touching the truth so closely as this 7th verse. Okay? And in the next classes I will do the Karigas. And the Kariga expands on these ideas that we have seen in the Upanishad. We will see. Om